Right now, a mother is in custody accused of shooting her two young sons in their beds and then trying to shoot a neighbor. I'm Shayna Humphreys.
I'm Jason Martinez, and authorities say the young boys are not expected to survive. Kelly Rule joins us live in Newtown, Bucks County with these latest heartbreaking developments. Kelly?
Absolutely heartbreaking, Shannon and Jason. There is a growing memorial here tonight at Newtown Middle School. I'll step out of the way so you can see it. The flag at half staff, a pile of flowers, candles, and baseball bats for these two boys, 9 and 13 years old. And the district attorney says they are being kept alive so they can donate their organs. Meanwhile, their mother, 38-year-old Trinh Nguyen, was arraigned via video conference this afternoon. A judge denied her bail. Investigators worked into the evening Monday in this upscale Upper Makefield Township neighborhood surrounding a duplex on Timber Ridge Road where police say 38-year-old Trinh Nguyen shot her two sons in their beds and tried to shoot a 22-year-old duplex neighbor, the son of her landlord, according to court records.
There are neighborhood kids and we see them, playing around in their fields and, but we could never expect something like that would take place in this kind of a neighborhood.
The Bucks County District Attorney says that 22-year-old neighbor called police just after 7 a.m. He said Nguyen tried to hand him a box of photos to give to her ex-husband, whom he works with, and then tried to shoot him.
He saw Nguyen pointing a black revolver to his face. Nguyen then pulled the trigger 2 times, but by the grace of God, the gun did not fire.
The 22-year-old wrapped her in a bear hug and disarmed her, but she fled in a minivan. A few hours later, she was arrested in a church parking lot under the influence of drugs, the DA said, with additional ammo in her car. They believe it might have been a botched double murder-suicide. The two boys, 9 and 13, attend school in the Council Rock School District, according to the superintendent, who said in a letter sent home they will monitor and provide students and staff the support they need while at school.
I have 2 kids. It can't hit any closer to home than this, and I've been saying my prayers ever since I got this call this morning. I'll continue to do so.
The motive still under investigation tonight. Now, The Crossing, the church where Nguyen was arrested today, posted on Facebook tonight saying this family was not part of their church family, but they are praying for them in the community, and there will be a public prayer for comfort tomorrow night. Shayna?
Sure, we'll be following it. Thank you, Kelly.
Now if we get into the article of the Pennsylvania mother charged with shooting 2 young sons in the head as they slept. That's the name of the article coming from the New York Post on May the 6th, 2022. A crazed Pennsylvania mother allegedly shot her 2 sons in the head while they were sleeping early Monday before trying to pump 2 bullets into a neighbor, a report said. Trinh Nguyen, 38, was busted for the senseless violence after she fled the shooting scenes in Newtown and drove to the parking lot of a nearby church, the Philadelphia Inquirer reported, sitting prosecutor. The mother had ingested narcotics in a failed suicide bid, the report said. She was hospitalized and later charged with 3 counts of attempted murder. Nguyen's boys, 9 and 13, was critically injured and was being kept on life support so that organs could be donated, the report said. After allegedly shooting the children in their bedrooms, a neighbor who heard the gunfire found the woman sitting on the front lawn with a box of photos. Bucks County District Attorney Matt Whitehurn told reporters at a Monday press conference. Nguyen asked the neighbor, identified as Johnny Machado, 22, to deliver the pictures to her ex-husband who works with the man. After Machado agreed, the troubled mother allegedly pulled out a black revolver, aimed it at the neighbor, and pulled the trigger 2 times, according to Whitehurn. The gun did not fire, and Machado wrestled the weapon away from the woman. That's how the article ended on New York Post. So I'm going to check out this other article by the Philly Voices and see if there's more to the story and see if they add on to it or not. The second article I'm going to read from comes from Philly Voices. It said Bucks County mother charged in the shooting of 2 sons. A Bucks County mother arrested Monday morning after allegedly shooting her 2 sons in the head, causing injury that the boys are not expected to survive. District Attorney Matthew Weintraub said Monday afternoon the victims 9 and 13 were hospitalized in critical condition. Trinh Nguyen, 38, was taken into police custody after a manhunt led attorneys to the parking lot of a Washington Crossing United Methodist Church. A public bulletin issued early Monday by Upper Makefield police had warned that Trinh was armed and dangerous. The shooting happened shortly before 7 a.m. at the family's home in 110 blocks of Timber Ridge Road, part of a duplex in Upper Makefield. Police were called into the property for a report of an armed person. At the scene, police encountered Trin's neighbor, a 22-year-old man who said Nguyen had pointed a revolver at his face. Nguyen allegedly pulled the trigger twice, but the gun did not fire. The neighbor then grabbed Nguyen in a bear hug and was able to disarm her. Prosecutors said, before pointing the gun at her neighbor, Nguyen allegedly requested that the man take a box of photos from her to be given to her ex-husband with whom the neighbor had worked. Whiterp said once Nguyen was disarmed, she fled the area in a white Toyota Sierra minivan. The neighbor was not injured. At the scene, the mother, a 22-year-old neighbor, and a Upper Mayfield Township police officer checked on Nguyen's residence. Both of Nguyen's sons were found alive but were gunshot wounds to their heads. They were transported to St. Mary's Medical Center. Investigators said Nguyen crossed into New Jersey before she returned to Upper Makefield and was taken into custody at the church around 11:30 a.m. The church official contacted police after noticing that the van was in the parking lot. Weintraub said Nguyen was taken to St. Mary's Medical Center because she appeared to be under the influence of drugs. Both of Nguyen's children are expected to donate their organs to others for transplants. Once that occurs, the attempted murder charge against Nguyen will be upgraded to homicide, Weintraub said. Trinh is also charged with the attempted murder of her alleged interaction with the 22-year-old neighbor. Weintraub did not describe any possible motive that may have led to the incident on Monday morning. An investigation remains ongoing with Bucks County detectives and Upper Makefield Township Police. Well, that's it. I mean, I don't know what led to this woman to kill both her sons, but it seems that people with the last name Nguyen is killing kids. Because you remember last year around the same time, but in June of 2021, Ryan Nguyen shot at a 6-year-old black kid for no reason, saying they know there's noise making noise outside or wherever, and he shot the kids. This woman killed both her sons, and they don't have no possible motive. And she's apparently divorced from her husband, and she had 2 sons, as you can see in the photos right here. But he was happy at one point, but she has turned around and shot and killed them. I don't know what her motive was, but and you can see that the neighbor, I'm guessing in this photo right here, this is the neighbor Giano Macchiato. I'm thinking that's probably the neighbor right here. My whole thing is, if you didn't want the kids anymore, it was too much for you. I mean, I'm pretty sure the neighbors were more concerned with help you or took the kids off your hand for a while, or you could let them stay with your ex-husband for a while. Or, I mean, you could let the kids, you could check yourself in and let the kids stay from neighbors or family members of the dead while you got yourself together, or even while you and the ex-husband worked out some differences. You just took 2 kids' lives. I mean, dang. And it's about to be the summer, so no telling these kids probably could enjoy something or have plans they want to do, or kid did something, hang out with their friends, and you just took them out. 9 and 13. So, I mean, you have 1 kid in elementary school, 1 kid in middle school. Dang, man, you could wait. I mean, your kids could have just went off to college. See, one was 13. That means he only had 2 more years in middle school, probably. Or 1 more year in middle school. He'll be in high school. If he's not in the gifted program, they didn't get the program, they could easily got skipped up too. So it's not ruled out. So they could be in there. But you know what I don't understand? Why you women killed your kids because you emotional wreck? That's freaking crazy. And then you know what? You shot them in the head. This is more of an honor killing because you shot them in the head while they slept. So these kids don't even know what the hell was going on. They didn't know anything. You know, there's always these people who got all this success too. They're always killing their kids. They think it's that poor people kill their kids. People look at this neighborhood. It's a well-to-do neighborhood. You live in a duplex. Considering neighbors who look after your kids, who see your kids, and you know consider them the neighborhood nice kids, and you just took them out. Please, I mean, you having issues. You could have said, "Oh, can you watch my kids for a while? I have some issues." I mean, you could as easy probably just took yourself out. I mean, this guy works with your ex-husband, so you could easily just let him, you know, to look after the kid. I mean, apparently he still stayed with his mom, so I'm not doubting because he's 22. He could be in college or just graduating college or going to a night class. You could easily just let the kids stay with them, and you could just, I don't know, took your own self out and let the kids live. That'd been a caring, kind, nice thing to do. I don't know, but this woman is sick. So y'all just let me know what your thoughts and comments are in the comment section below, and I'll be back with another video. Hopefully, it'll be another video that's not about somebody killing their own children. And hopefully, this don't get swept underneath the rug, because you know, sometimes when certain people in a certain group, they will sweep stuff under the rug. So hopefully, this don't. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel for more. Also, I just want to say this also happened in another township. If you look at these Nguyen's, there's a lot of crazy things happening in these townships. I just want to say that. Food for thought, people. Food for thought.